Oh, hello there. It's the 7th of November 2019, and tonight it is going to get a little bit chilly here. So it's meant to get down to about 1 degree C, which is about 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So yes, indeed, there's going to be a frost tonight. The sky is clear. So what I've done, I've put a little bit of extra protection over some of the plants here in this polytunnel, just to give them a little bit extra sort of warmth, hopefully to indeed carry them through. So let's have a look. So under here, what I have is a blood orange. So what this is this is the cover of one of those sort of a little cold frames, miniature greenhouses, just to give it a little bit of extra warmth. And down here underneath this net curtain and this sort of cloche blankety kind of like thing that I use for purposes like this, I've got the tea plant here, I've got the persimmon, otherwise known as Sharon fruit, under here, and under here also is the yuzu. Now, it's likely that these are indeed hardy, but it can be recommended to give them a little bit of protection, particularly, when they're still relatively young, which these indeed are. So hopefully a little bit of extra warmth, just to keep them warm. So, of course, here, the peach, the two peach trees and the nectarines will both be fine. In fact, they require a period of dormancy caused by the cold in order to fruit the following year. So no issues there. Grapevine going well into dormancy now, and once again, that will be perfectly fine with regards to, surviving the cold. So also down underneath the protection here, I've got some geraniums, variety Moulin Rouge, which I managed to germinate last year in the late summer, early autumn, and I managed to overwinter them here in this polytunnel, and I think I've managed to get about 50% through maybe what I sowed, so quite happy. So I want to keep those alive if indeed I can. And my winter sowing crops here, like this for instance, land cress, is going to be perfectly fine, as are things like my Kyoto Market spring onions, so they're going to be fine, and a few other bits here as well. Oh, here we go, other things, isn't that wonderful? Okay, so I'm going to show you these. So you may remember that video I put up about, I don't know, a few weeks ago, something like that, about crops you could sow in November. So let's have a look at what indeed I have here. So there you go, the the early peas have germinated lovely, no problem there. Manchester table carrots, you can see how that's indeed germinated. Komatsuna, they've germinated very well. What have we got here? We've got the lamb's lettuce, otherwise known as corn salad, at the back. Hope you could see that. At the front there is salad onions, variety Feast, like spring onions really. Here is the purple sword Celtus, germinated lovely, and it looks like my first pepper has germinated on the right. You see that little green dot there? Now quite often peppers are on the drag in regards to germinating, so I'm not actually worried about what's going on with regards to their sort of delayed germination compared to the rest. But yeah, so you can see them on a windowsill just to get them going really. Don't they look lovely? So yeah, myself very much as a gardening enthusiast, in case many of you have not indeed noticed. But I like to keep things going throughout the winter, just to keep, end of the day, it's November, and before we know it, it'll be spring again. So just, things germinating on windowsills, still a very nice thing to do. I'm going to be germinating a bit more this coming weekend, so loads to do, plenty of things, and I'm going to be doing another video addressing gardening despondency syndrome, because, I do indeed have a few little issues with that myself, and I dare say some other people watching this maybe have as well. So hope you enjoyed that video. Oh, if I didn't respond to your question, I will do within the next few days from the last video, okay? Because I've been